Hello and welcomes back everyone. AnthWolf here with even more Star Wars The Old Republic. Playing as our Jedi Padawan here, and where we last left off, we had pushed back and dealt with some of the bases the Flesh Raiders and their master had created, but we had received a distress signal from Kalikori village here. It seems that Bengal Moore was here threatening them, trying to make a rather dubious deal. Oop, that's not good. How they pop up there? He made a deal that he would leave the Twi'leks alone if they captured our master and handed him over. And they were meant to kill us as well. We've convinced their leader, the new matriarch, to turn herself in. And we discovered where Bengal Moore was taking our master to an area, a region known as the Forge.
Greetings. You are cleared for the following travel routes.
Gonna get ourselves back over to the forward camp. One thing I had mentioned there during the last video was how the game was kind of jumping slightly. I wasn't too sure if it was on my side or on the game side, and I talked about it maybe needing a bit of maintenance, just in case it was on the server side. And just so happens there is maintenance in a couple of days. They're implementing a new patch. So hopefully that will solve the problem. Yeah, we do have a few things we can sell. Some standing right on top of the vendor, which is always convenient. Happy days. Wait, what? We have a Stims vendor and a Republic medical droid. Okay. We do have the heroic mission we could pick up now that we have T7. We may look at it later, but Sadini wants our attention here.
Rotten, procreating beasts. Padawans will start dying if this keeps up. Oh, Padawan. At least you made it through. The Horrents are everywhere lately. Hulking, razor-mawed monsters with nasty dispositions. They're multiplying fast and growing bolder. And some in the water since the Flesh Raiders came. I could use help getting things under control.
Well, no, that's actually the elixir. Maybe when we were destroying some of the caches, it flowed into the local rivers or streams.
The situation seems pretty serious.
Not sure how much longer we can keep this camp from being overrun. Eliminating a Horinth matriarch and patriarch will slow the beast's population explosion. But they're tough to find, and even tougher to kill. The matriarchs and patriarchs tend to gravitate in different clearings. You'll have to hunt them down separately, if you're willing to help.
You can count on me.
Relieved to hear it. While you're out there, removing any of the beast's eggs you spot would help too. It's up to you. Hope you fare well. I'll be here holding down the camp.
Okay. So destroy 3 matriarchs, 3 patriarchs. As I say, we also have T7 as a companion. Obviously, feel free to have a look at his biography. Feel free to pause if you so desire. I say little is known about T7 before the droid came into the service of the Jedi. It hints at that it was a custom-made model, but no official records to substantiate the theory. However, the droid's enthusiasm and willingness to put itself in harm's way leave little doubt as to its loyalty. Also, we have various likes and dislikes. You notice during our conversation there, we had a T7 approves notification. Obviously, if we do anything about it that he likes about Jedi, morally correct actions or defeating the Empire, or if we bully someone, kill innocents, or disrespect authority, these will make T7 appreciate or feel unhappy about our actions. The more influence we gain with T7, the more presence he has. Presence is his effectiveness in combat. It is the amount of health he has, which is more than us right now, how much damage he deals, and how much healing he can actually apply as well, if we have him in the healing role. We have the waterfall cave just up there. Before we follow the path around, let's go up this way. This is where the Horanth Patriarchs happen to be. I'm not sure if I want to clear out the eggs. It is the bonus mission for this quest, but even though the Patriarchs and Matriarchs are potentially going to be killing Padawans, the children haven't actually done anything, so we might leave them be. They haven't been affected by potentially the elixir, if that is actually what's causing the problem. Well, I hope they haven't been affected by the elixir anyway. There is a cave system just at the end of the river here that leads to a datacron. We haven't really talked about datacrons so far. They are repositories of knowledge left by the Rakata and their infinite empire, which spanned most of the known galaxy thousands of years ago. The Rakata have kind of receded though. I can't recall what happened to their infinite empire. Whether it was plague or war that weakened them. But they're not really around anymore apart from their holocrons. Holocrons in this game, when you discover them, they are on various worlds. Or datacrons, I should say. You'll notice I don't have them all. I just haven't bothered really exploring or seeking their locations. Some of them are easier to find than others. They boost your endurance or your mastery, giving you more health, more damage, more healing, so on and so forth. The Datacron's collar did used to indicate what attribute they increased. Mastery was used. Previously, Mastery was split into 4 different stats. Depending on which class you played, you'd have to find gear with the correct attribute. But they've simplified things over the years.
The Horanth Matriarchs and Patriarchs make a distinctive howl when they mate, and when they die. Heard it echoing throughout the ruins. I've marked fewer of the beasts bounding through the area already. You have my gratitude.
If we can't maintain order in our own backyard, what hope does the galaxy have?
You do have a point. Be well.
Happy days. If we had actually cleared out the eggs, we probably would have got to level 14. Either way. Onwards now to the waterfall cave. While I was uploading the previous part of this series, I noticed the second part of the entire series, part 2, when we were clearing it and all, actually did end up having a copyright claim. It used one of the final bits of music from Star Wars Episode 3. I've decided to leave it in. They have, I think, monetized the video. So there may be some adverts on that part, I'm not too sure. I really apologise for that, can't be helped. It's better than the alternative where sometimes they mute the entire video, which has happened in the past. Ooh, someone's been down this way. I think there is a bonus to defeat so many of the reprogrammed droids. Seems like the Flesh Raiders have also learned how to reprogram or mind wipe the droids of Kalev. But it's not as if experience is hard to come by. Maybe have another Jedi Guardian. And here we are, level 14. Any new skills? We have Taunt. Okay. Taunts a target, forcing it to attack you for 6 seconds. These war leaders are a pain in the butt. They have a knockback skill. Whee! As you can see. Yeah. Defeat 15 Flesh Raiders and reprogrammed droids. What might be worth doing is having a T7 act in the tanking role. We'll head up this way to see if there is a champion mob still spawned. Let's have a look. Yes, no, maybe. No, the conquest droid isn't here. This is normally where the first champion enemy may be. It's actually a pain in the butt to fight if you don't have a lot of heals. Head along this way and up and around. There's actually a datachron behind this walled section. It's I forgot what they're called. Is it like a data shard? No, a matrix shard. That's what it's called. We have an elite Flesh Raider chieftain there. Matrix shards can be formed into a relic. I suppose again that's something else we haven't spoken of yet. Apart from the armor set you can wear, you can equip 2 relics, 2 implants, and 1 earpiece. They also have this tactical slot. I have no idea what that is. That's something new. But yeah, if you combine certain matrix shards, it'll give you certain boosts to attributes. Again, matrix shards used to be in different colors to correspond to different attributes, but I'm not sure how the shard system works nowadays. The machines that combine the shards are on the capital worlds of both the Republic and the Empire. Either way, we're likely going to be finding better relics than the ones we could receive from matrix combination. Meanwhile, though, let us gain access to the forge. Another bonus here to defeat 15 feral adepts. Just heal ourselves up. It's one of the downsides of playing as a Jedi Knight or a Sith Warrior. Some classes regenerate or recover their unique resource, such as Force energy, or they replenish their energy cells if you're playing as, say, a Trooper. A Knight only recovers their resource through combat, through using various skills. So it's only through prolonged combat does a Knight or Warrior come into its own and pull off its more powerful attacks. Here is the forge. Trying to see if there is a... Ah, there's another forge over there. This is where the ancient Jedi used to actually create or forge their lightsabers.
I sensed you coming. Your fear betrayed you. You're weak, like my old master. You will fall with him.
You're not hurting anyone else, Bengal. It's over.
No, the will of the Force guided me here for justice, to restore what the Jedi lost. You weren't on Coruscant. You never saw our greatest cut down or watched the temple burn. I escaped that destruction to see my own master surrender to the Sith. They exterminated us, and he gave up.
You're wrong about Master Orgus. He's training me to defeat the Sith.
Weapons are only as strong as those who created them. The weak will be sacrificed here to make the Forge stronger. The Jedi Order must be reborn from ashes.
Nope. Oh shit. Bengal may have considered T7 to be the more dangerous opponent. He probably wouldn't be wrong in that respect.
You've won. Why has the Force guided me to this defeat? You're stronger than any Jedi I've known. You could redeem the Order and destroy the Sith. I understand. You are the weapon I came to forge.
You think I'm destined to defeat the Empire?
I'm certain of it. I have found my purpose, at last. I have spent a lifetime learning the paths to power. That knowledge is now yours. Let me leave Tython and prepare the galaxy for your ascendance. I will deliver the gifts you need to reclaim your destiny.
You'll get the help you need, Bengal. But you can't leave here.
I was tempted for a moment. Well, perhaps that was our trial, to be tempted. Path to Ascendancy sounds quite grandiose, after all.
Padawan, I must have you to thank for being alive.
I captured Bengal Moore, Master. He's resting quietly.
You've done a great thing. He deserves a second chance. The horrors he witnessed on Coruscant broke him, destroyed the gentle Padawan I trained. You, however, faced a challenge beyond any trial I could assign. There's nothing more I can teach you. All that's left is for you to enter the Forge and construct your own lightsaber.
I'm tremendously honored.
There's no substitute for the weapon you create yourself. Normally, we make Padawans gather materials themselves, but you've proven enough. These are all the physical components. The rest will come from your mastery of the Force. I'll carry Bengal back to the Jedi Temple and get him help. Meet me there when you're ready.
And here we go. This is the ancient forge where millennia of Jedi have constructed their lightsabers.
This weapon will be a light in the darkness.
Delightful! We gained a knight's lightsaber. It seems we only need to report to the Jedi Council, but I suppose this would be a good test for Blade. What we're going to do is just remove this. Happy days. Let's give it a go, shall we? We have the Forge Guardian. This creature is larger than normal, possessing extra health and immunity to stun effects. Great. Have fun, T7. Ow! Oh, I shouldn't have jumped. Ooh, another companion gift. Companion gifts, as you may imagine, also work in giving your companions extra influence. They prefer some items to others, so this tells you it only gives you a small influence gain. There are different ranks as well. So a lower rank gives less influence than a higher rank. These only give you small, but there are medium and large influence gain items as well. And there's some which will do really nothing. Right, let's get ourselves back over to the Jedi Temple. And speak to the Council about what we've actually achieved here. Seems we have a Jedi Shadow who was also following the path. So yeah, item modification very, very briefly, as you saw with our Ziost Guardian's lightsaber, is made up of excuse me, made up of various modification slots, and you can equip different tiers, different levels of modifications that make your weapon or armor more powerful. Some items, some bits of armor have like 3 slots, or maybe 4 if you include the color crystal. Some only have 2, like the belt or wristbands. But, as I say, we'll be making use of a set of adaptive armor before long. Before we report to the Jedi Council, we might as well speak to Liam now. It's a good time to do it. Let's see what he has to say.
Padawan, I heard you've begun your trials. Master Orgus speaks very highly of you. No doubt you're pleased to have come this far. But some Jedi have the ability to do more, help more people. Interested?
What's involved in this assignment?
A war is brewing in the greater galaxy. The Sith Empire plots against the Republic, and the Republic looks to the Jedi for aid. But not all who train to become Jedi are skilled combatants and leaders. Many are scholars, diplomats, strategists, and scientists. Which is why we've created a simulation to test Jedi and Padawans and certify them to lead Republic troops.
You want me to participate in this simulation?
That's what I'm asking. The droids here in the yard have been programmed to act according to Imperial military protocols and battlefield tactics. Demonstrate your proficiency at defeating these droids, and you will be on your way to qualifying to lead Republic troops into battle. Can you do it?
You can count on me.
Excellent. The first set of training droids are ready for you. Get to it.
Okay. Yeah. We can certainly participate in these trials. This is why we have these training fields here. Activate and destroy the Mark 1 training droids. Oh well, that was fairly straightforward.
I'm impressed. Hopefully we'll have something more challenging for you soon.
Yeah, hopefully. Hey, level 15.
That was an impressive go earlier, but we've upped the programming on these droids. Care to give it another shot? Get out there and show them what you're made of.
Excellent. Okay, activate and defeat the Mark 2 training droids. Oh, there's only one of them. It was a strong enemy.
Good work out there. We're going to have to get you a real challenge next time.
Happy days. Right, what's next?
You made it look easy last time, but we've thrown some surprises in there for you this time. Get out there and show them what you're made of.
Excellent. Time for the Mark III training droids. Let's see how they've changed things up. Yeah, that's too bad.
Another impressive round. Looks like we'll have to make things tougher next time. Your last round with the droids was impressive, but we've made modifications to their behavior that should make for a real challenge. Get out there and show them what you're made of.
Nope, these are damaged Mark IV droids. Seems we're not quite getting them ready for us. Maybe we're leaving them in too few pieces.
Unbelievable. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that. But I've still got a few more tricks. Check back later.
And right now is later.
All right, this is it. You've been tearing through these droids about as fast as I can repair them. But we just received the latest combat simulation data from the Republic and combined it with the data we've collected from your earlier fights. It'll be tough, but if you can do this, there'll be nothing more we can throw at you. You'll be fully qualified to lead Republic troops in battle.
Get out there and show them what we're made of. Defeat the Mark V training droid.
Unbelievable. To tell the truth, I didn't think it was possible. I think you've more than qualified for the job of leading Republic soldiers in battle. Here's your certification. Congratulations. Amazing.
To be fair, beating up droids and leading troops, kind of two separate things. Like, am I qualified to strategize, make decisions on other people's lives? I don't think so. Okay, level 16. Burning Storm. Force Sweep and Vigilant Thrust spread your burning effects to all targets they damage. If at least one of the targets is already affected by burns. Oh, if your targets are already afflicted by burns. In addition, Cyclone Slash deals 25% more damage. Right. So the idea is to force jump on them, hit one of them with Plasma Brand, and then force sweep to set them all on fire. We could summon our Hut Hollow statue, but since we're here...
Glad to share my skills with someone talented.
Okay, we have heroic moment. That actually might be useful now. Has a 5-minute cooldown. You can seize the moment, and for 2 minutes, you restore 2% of your maximum health every 3 seconds. Requires an active companion. So one of those oh shit buttons. We also have freezing force. Could we use freezing force? It's not a lightsaber technique. So I think we'll take it off our hotbar. We also have guard. When active, the guarded player, you know what? It's useful if we were playing as a tank, along with taunt. But we can take them really off our hotbar because I'm not going to be focusing on the tanking discipline tree. Either way, we have forged our lightsaber. According to Master Orgus, we have completed our trials. Let us report to the Jedi Council.
The Flesh Raiders are still a threat, but without Bengal's leadership, they'll be scattered and ill-equipped.
This temple could have been devastated. The entire Order is in your debt, Padawan.
The enemy found weaknesses in our security. We have to guard against another Coruscant.
Agreed. And now we have concerns beyond the Flesh Raiders. Recent developments in the Twi'lek settlement demand a response.
Their matriarch betrayed me to Bengal, but she surrendered herself to us for judgment. You're doing, I understand. Good work.
You know the Twi'leks, Padawan. How do you recommend we proceed?
I guess we can show mercy for once.
We created instability by refusing to help them. That has to change.
What happened to Master Orgus is almost unforgivable.
But if we do forgive and work with them, it can only improve both our communities. This young Jedi captured a fallen member of our order and saved this temple from destruction. I see no reason why he should remain a Padawan.
Your bravery, heroism, and sacrifice show great depth of character. You represent our best hopes for the future. You arrived on Tython a Padawan, but you leave a Knight of the Republic. May the Force be with you.
I promise to uphold every standard of the Jedi and Galactic Republic. This little droid and I have been through a lot. We're a great team.
Then I see no reason why you shouldn't stay together.
We're getting a priority signal from Coruscant. It's Master Kiwix.
Master Orgus, everyone. I've discovered a situation requiring further assistance. Our suspicions about Coruscant were correct. The dark presence we have long sensed is strongest here.
What could be worse than a fallen Jedi attacking us?
That's what we need to find out. The security of the entire Republic is at stake.
This situation calls for our very best. Master Orgus, you and your former pupil should join Master Kiwix on Coruscant.
Come to the Senate Tower as soon as you can. Master Kiwix, out.
No rest for us, my friend. Complete any unfinished business you have and take a shuttle to Coruscant.
I'll leave immediately, Master.
I need to wrap up some things before I go. Meet you on Coruscant.
Farewell. The Force will be with you. Always.
And so now we have gained a new title, Knight of the Republic. Happy days, huzzah, and all that jazz. Okay. So it looks like we are going to be heading to the capital of the Republic worlds. Right, level 16. What we can do Actually, no, we won't do it just yet because I don't have the modifications to switch out the adaptive armor. I'll show it off anyway before we leave. Find a nice light location, this'll do. So, even though this armor has no... Well, you can see how much weaker this armor's gonna make us. I have 2 armor sets I may wear. This is one of them. We may, of course, dye the armor, just to make it a little bit more our own. This, of course, is, let me get this right, the Ambitious Warrior armor set. One of the Jedi Masters, actually on the Jedi Council, is wearing a very similar armor set to this. It's where I got the idea, and I actually was going to wear this armor on one of my previous Let's Plays of this game. I can't remember if I got around to it. The other armor set is, again, the Resolute Guardian armor, which we saw actually in character creation. I really like this armor. I'm not one for robes, even though that might be a non-Jedi sentiment. But I like the idea of maybe looking like a Jedi, but at the same time, having some goddamn protection. Like, we're going to be facing off against, well, you can imagine eventually we're going to be dealing with the Sith Empire. It's leading that way. So having some armor against blaster bolts, against lightsabers, you know, these things are actually kind of important. So, yeah. I can't decide which armor set I'm going to end up wearing. I might wear both. We'll have to see. Either way, we'll wear the armor we have been wearing here on Tython just because of the stat bonuses it's going to give us. But because before we leave, let's have a look at the one heroic mission here on Tython. As I say, there was an NPC at the forward camp who would give it to us, but we can also pick it up from this terminal. It's the Chamber of Speech. Dozon has outlined the parameters for a high-priority mission in the ruins of Koliss. You can contact him in person, otherwise you can pick it up from this terminal. So, let's have a look. Dozon is a failed Jedi, but he's been meditating on the secrets and power within the ruins of Koliss. He has told you of a chamber within the ruins that houses an ancient Typhonian machine. The machine lacks power to run, but he believes that it can be turned on using the power cells from still active droids inside the ruins. So defeat the droids within the cave system, activate the ancient machine and see what secrets it may hold. Now, we can't use it here. Heroic missions have, well, they come with a unique item known as the Heroic Transport. Each one comes with their own unique Heroic Transport mission item, and they'll drop you off just outside of the quest location. The heroic missions tend to be in what I'd call heroic areas, where the enemies are normally strong and above. More health, more damage, more experience, of course. They get you quite a lot of experience as a reward, and if the enemies are within your level range. And you also get various lockboxes that contain 2 pieces of armor. Now, depending on your level, when you open the lockbox, determines the level of the gear you actually retrieve. So it's sometimes good to come back here at a higher level and just retrieve the lockboxes just for the rewards. Also, I think at level 60, there are unique rewards you get, which you need for later expansions. But we can talk about that later. Yeah, heroic area, that's what this area is called. I was thinking about coming in here before we ended up getting T7 as a companion, but since we have been weakened quite significantly through the world sync, I thought it best to leave off until the end. Let's see, we have level 7 enemies here. In the bottom right, you can see the 7 is highlighted in green, which indicates that they are still actually giving us experience. Obviously, if they were yellow, they'd be giving us more experience. It kind of indicates the difficulty of the enemies you face, their level range compared to your own. If they were grey, if the number was greyed out, then they would get you no experience. We have a bonus here to defeat 30 of the droids. One thing with heroic missions, make sure, if you want, to actually clear out the bonus mission before you achieve the primary objective. Because you no longer need to speak to the quest NPC to turn the quest in. It happens automatically. So if you complete the mission without doing the bonus mission is lost. Also, heroic missions are good for rewards. You tend to find a lot of companion gifts. Oh, there's all the power cells we need. Yeah, it's a good thing T7's here. Not just T7, all companions in this game are quite powerful nowadays. Especially with the influence rank system. I mean, if worse came to worse, we always have our heroic moment we can use. Even though we're synced to level 10, we can use higher level skills, which is always useful. I'm not sure if anyone else is actually down here. You'll tend to find maybe level 60 and above players around this area. As I say, getting the unique rewards that they need for some of the later expansions. If that's still true, they may have changed it over the years. Or over the years since I last played. Okay. Is the champion droid here? No, it is not. Sometimes there is a champion droid you can face off against. Oh well, so be it. Ah, okay. Yeah, there was a Jedi Guardian here.
Hello, is everything working? Maybe the battery's not working.
Translation matrix initiated. Power restored. Performing full systems check. Energy level critical. Data storage critical. Speech and intellect nominal. Network access none. I am the gatekeeper. I have slept for over 20,000 years. I am approaching total systems failure.
Total systems failure? What does that mean exactly?
I am the information and speech engine of Koliss. I control data storage, system logs, and historical archives. I appear to be dying of extreme mechanical damage. I do not recognize you, but I was not made for curiosity, and there is little time before I cease to function. I can transcribe any information you desire to a permanent record. This will be your only chance to recover my data.
Can you explain that?
I am an information engine. I am intelligent within the limits of my design. I would like to die fulfilling my purpose. Among the units of corrupted data, the histories of two of Kaleth's great lords endure. With the last of my strength, I can provide you with either the history of Lord Avamaravash, the warrior poet, or the history of Lord Maravada, the silent.
How do you want this to go?
I cannot make the judgment. Take the knowledge that you and your people need. Avamaravash, the warrior poet, was a sponsor of the arts and a lover of many women, while Maravada the Silent was a philosopher and a recluse. Avamaravash fought wars and built monuments to our people's glory. Maravada's reign was a time of peace and learning. You must choose whose history to keep.
Maravada. You know, I'm not 100% sure, so I will let fate decide. It's not a major decision, but heads Maravada, tails Avarama. Rah, that's a hard word to say. And it's heads.
Preserve the history of Maravada the Silent.
As you wish. This crystal contains the knowledge you seek. Let Kaleth and Tython be remembered. My purpose is fulfilled. Power drain is complete. Systems now terminating. Goodbye.
And that is our quest complete. I think someone was fighting the Guardian droid while we were having our conversation. And Duzon, you don't need to go see Duzon, the NPC at the forward camp. The quest, as I say, completes. All that lovely experience. We want to grab the Pummeler's gear, as that is the DPS gear. But the Bulwark, of course, is the tanking gear for the Guardian. Yeah, let's see what goodies are within. Ooh, an implant. No, this is another thing. Interesting. Yeah, you have amplifiers, which boost various effects. So this implant increases biochemistry, which is actually a crew skill. It's a crafting skill. Huh. I think efficiency is just time it takes to actually complete the crafting job. What it is, we haven't actually looked at any crafting or gathering skills, but you can send companions on various missions. The higher your companion's influence, the faster they actually can complete the mission, and they can actually have a chance to get a critical success, which will get you a greater reward. Okay, happy days. I don't think there's anything else we need to do. Obviously, this is a better belt. But we don't need to worry about belts right now, because we are going to be switching out for a set of adaptive gear before long. Right, get ourselves back over to the Jedi Temple. We're going to end up in the Cantina. Cantinas and such are rest zones where you can get a bonus experience if you just park yourself there and say log off. And we're going to get ourselves over to the shuttle. Various worlds have their own dedicated spaceport, but the likes of Tython here have an orbital station, where normally you would have to take a shuttle up to the orbital station and then find a ship to take you to the Republic fleet. We can bypass that step here on this planet, but if we ever want to return to Tython, we'll, if we have a ship of our own, we will have to park the ship at the orbital station. See, we could do that now, of course, but there's no point. Let's just continue directly on our journey. Okay, we're kind of going to wind down this video, because there are two ways to get to the Republic's capital world, and one of them includes our first actual flashpoint, also known as a dungeon in other games, and we'll probably end up doing it. Ooh, more experience, another experience booster, thank you very much. Between now and the next video, I will lighten the hair colour. I was kind of going for a like a dark brown, but it's quite almost black in the cutscenes, so I want to change that up slightly. But as I say, I'll do that in my own time now that we're here on the Republic fleet on Carrack Station. Carrack Station is just one part of the Republic fleet, but it is the major part. It's made up of 5 major sections. You have the cantina in the middle ring, and then you have 4 outer wings. So we start off here on the west side. A brief overview of the places we may be visiting. Obviously you have the combat training sector, where there are class trainers for each playable class, and a respec trainer. And you have the various PvP vendors, if you want to participate in PvP. The next sector is for strongholds, if you would like a house on one of the various worlds. And the crew skills sector, where if you want to learn about crafting or gathering. I'm not too sure if they fix the flashpoint gathering bug that was going on for years. What we're going to do is going to grab 3 of the gathering skills. We're going to grab archaeology. We are going to grab slicing. And we are going to grab scavenging. Some flashpoints, some dungeons require... or you can take shortcuts in some dungeons which require you have a particular gathering skill. And you used to have a certain level in that gathering skill. Say, at one point we're going to be going to the world of Aphis, and you needed, I think, a 75 archaeology skill. If you didn't have it, you couldn't take the shortcut. But there was a bug with Knights of the... I think it was Knights of the Fallen Empire. And you could do these shortcuts even at level 1. Either way, this is the Galactic Trade section, where you can trade with various other players, sell some gear, which might earn you some more credits. Just to the east here, you have mission departures. This is where we'll want to go when we want to do later flashpoints, and we'll probably end up doing a few of them. We can speak to various individuals and they'll explain what situations are developing. And the last section here is the supplies section. This is where we can purchase various item mods for our character to then level up the adaptive armor we have. Either way, I've shown you briefly how item modification works. I'm not going to stay around here too long. I think we can buy up to level 70 modified gear, which is really damn good. And then I think, don't quote me on this, you spend a unique currency called tech fragments to purchase spoils of war gear for level 75. I'm not too sure. That may be something we'll have to look at together when we get to that point. I haven't really looked at anything with the Onslaught expansion. Hell, I haven't even went through Knights of the Eternal Throne. We will see. Either way, this is Coruscant Departures. See, Master Augustine has asked us to meet him on that world. So, we have this individual.
Bemkanaya nugan, ejinim naya lak umnan mege. Bomo gala apayan. Nilama imi amka amgap. Memgam gamgi. Nina gegwan. Amnerna hanak.
That's excellent news.
Mem ilik meraka. Nayanaram. Kam kalu amikmanik. Manala yang perlo. Amka kalami naya kira nubua.
The Priority Transport Officer doesn't really explain it too well compared to the one on Viaken Space Dock, the Sith Empire's NPC. What it is there's a small, comfortable shuttle that will take you to your capital world, but it will take a few days. That's what the Empire's NPC will tell you. It takes longer, but it is safer. But Grandmaster Satil Shan has managed to book us a berth on a faster transport ship known as the Esselies, but it's known to go through some dangerous territory. So there we have our choice. We can go directly to Coruscant safely, but it will take us a little bit longer, or we can chance a quicker journey. Of course, it is the first flashpoint for a member of the Republic. And, well, yeah, it is a dungeon. You can kind of guess I'm telling you, you will end up in trouble. Either way, we'll take a break here. Thank you all for joining me. When we come back, I will have lightened my hair colour a little. I will have switched out my armour, either to the Ambitious Warrior or the Resolute Guardian set. Can't decide which. And then we'll be on our way. We'll do our first flashpoint, our first dungeon. Either way, thank you for joining me. Feel free to comment if you so desire. And I'll see you for even more next time. Until then, though, bye-bye now.